Hey guys, Kay Bates here. Happy Friday. First, I should say Happy New Year. I can't even believe it's 2020, y'all. Hey, you know what? This is my first video for the year. And so, my promise to you is that this year we will bring you really good content, very good information, helpful, that we can all use, whether you're a consumer or professional. I'm hoping that this year, and actually my promise to you is that I will bring you things that we can all use, tools to sharpen our tool shed. Okay, so today with me I have Philippe with the real estate inspection company. So good morning.
Well, thank you. Thank you for inviting me today.
Yes, oh, absolutely. So home inspection is definitely a large part of our real estate transaction, part of what we have to do. So I am going to let Philippe tell me a little bit more about his inspection company.
Sure. Well, you're absolutely right about the inspection. It's kind of the 800-pound gorilla in the room because it comes in at the 11th hour after the poor buyers have gone through getting pre-approved and going through finding a home and making an offer and all that. And then all of a sudden it's time for an inspection.
Oh, gosh,
and that's really an emotional part of the process. Everything else is kind of cut and dry. Are you going to get qualified? Can you afford the payment? Is this the house? Yes or no? But now all of a sudden, their buyers are relying on the home inspector to tell them, the condition, the true condition of the house.
Right.
And it's really, really an important phase in the process. And so what I've learned, we've been in business since 2004, so we're just going to start our 16th year in business.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. And over the years, we've grown. I have 13 inspectors out in the field.
Wow.
So we see a lot, every kind of house you can imagine. And we've also learned over the years that, when you're looking for an inspector, you want somebody absolutely who's thorough, whether you're a buyer or a realtor. You want somebody who's going to find everything, because the last thing you want is for something to come up afterwards.
Yeah.
And most importantly is you want somebody who delivers the news in an impartial, dispassionate way. Just what are their observations? And we're not there to rile anybody up or ruin the deal or make the deal. It should be real neutral.
Yeah. Well, that's sometimes I'm going, come on, tell me what I want to hear. Don't tell me about all the bad stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever done that?
No, we'll never do that because we take on so much liability, of course. If something comes up after the sale that we didn't find or we didn't report on, very often they look to us to foot the bill for the repair. So, if you're a listing agent or a seller, one of the things you should consider doing so that there are no surprises are pre-listing inspections.
Yeah.
And that's become way more popular.
Yeah.
And we're doing more and more of those. And it actually, a lot of sellers say, why should I spend the money? Because the buyer's going to do it anyway. It really saves the seller a lot of money because they can then, at their own schedule, find contractors or do the repairs themselves. And that way, they don't have a surprise at the 11th hour. For example, if an air conditioner isn't cooling as well as it should, buyers often say, well, I want a whole new system because this one's 20 years old, when really it just needs a service.
Yeah.
And the seller could take care of that for a couple $100 rather than being, forced to or asked to replace an entire system for $15,000.
Right, so, which could be a deal killer.
Absolutely. Yeah. And either the seller is going to get intimidated into giving that discount, or instead, if they get the pre-listing inspection, they have the opportunity to either disclose the defect in the house or to get it repaired at usually a much lower price.
That's true. Mm-hmm. That's a very, very good point. So if you're a seller and you're listening, I do really think the pre-listing home inspection is a very good tool, very good tool for us realtors to use as well. Mm-hmm. So tell me, what do you believe are the top 3 things when getting a home inspection that a buyer and their agent should be paying attention to?
Sure. Well, I would certainly ask your colleagues and look for a reputable company. Don't just go on price or just an ad. You really want to get to know the inspector who's going to come out there. And sometimes, clients often find their own inspector, which is great. Go online, do your research, look for years in business. Reviews, of course, are a way to assess how people perceive the company. Make sure that they're using state-of-the-art equipment and reporting software. they're not all the same. So make sure you get a sample report and see what they're reporting on.
Right.
Are they going to go on the roof? Are they going to go in the crawl space? Do they charge extra for that? You'll be surprised at the difference in service level from one company to another. Are they using thermal image cameras at every inspection to check for leaks, to check for their heating and air conditioning units, electrical systems that are overheated? You really want to find out the tools and all that. And then finally, as a realtor, you certainly want to find somebody, like I said before, who's very dispassionate and friendly. You want a good guy, not a gruff, inspector who doesn't want to talk to anybody, but somebody who can really relate to the clients, no matter if they're multimillionaires or if it's their first time home that they're buying. You want to find somebody with a great personality.
Very good points. I like that. I like the fact that you say make sure to review the inspector, because I know a lot of times, like I've had clients who said, oh my gosh, I have a home inspector, I want to use him. And then when I've checked him out, it's like the person, first of all, has never really done a home inspection because you can't find them. But it's somebody they know, a family member that they entrusted, like, oh, I want Johnny to do the home inspection. And then it never works out. I'll just say that it has not worked out. So take heed. Definitely, Philippe has really good points. Find somebody who is trusted, who knows what they're doing, who has all the accreditation and also the reviews and all of that back of them.
And insurance.
And oh yeah, insurance is a big thing, very big. So as you mentioned, walking on roofs, I have a question. Should the home inspectors be walking on the roof, especially if they're clay tiles?
No, in Southern California, we have a lot of tile roofs, and we will not walk on any tile roof. No home inspector should, unless they have experience as a roofer. Some do. They're taking on a lot of liability and risk to damaging the roof. Those tiles, believe it or not, can be very fragile. And we will not go on a tile roof or a two-story roof either. First of all, it's a safety consideration.
Right.
Believe it or not, home inspections are very dangerous. Guys are opening panels, they're walking on roofs, they can be slippery. In the industry, we lost probably at least half a dozen home inspectors last year that have died or been seriously hurt from falling off of roofs or ladders or getting injured at electrical panel. So we use pole cameras, which are high resolution cameras on a pole. Some people are using drones. There's limitations to that with no-fly zones and certain neighborhoods, but no walking on tile roofs, but every inspector should be inspecting the roof for sure. Okay,
and so with that being said, because I've had a couple of inspectors, they're going on the roof. I'm like, no, don't go on the roof. So, but very good point. Thank you so much for clarifying that. And is there, why would somebody use your company versus another? You've said a lot of good points and you've pointed out a lot of good things on how to find a good company, but tell us about you and what kind of personal service you offer, so everybody who's listening or who's tuning in today can definitely be looking, to use you on their next transaction.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, we've been in business for a long time, so we've seen it all, we've heard it all. We spend a lot of time training our guys to have that personality, that interaction with clients and with agents. So that's very important. We also have the staff where we can inspect big houses and send multiple guys. So we're very efficient at the larger format homes that are 10,000, 20,000 square feet or more, with guest houses and everything. We also include a visual mold assessment on every inspection. Now that's not mold testing, but all of our guys are certified to test for mold. And so they know what to look for conditions that may be a mold issue in the future. And that's a very important thing. So it could be bad grading or ventilation, and that's included with every report. Finally, our reviews were the most reviewed in San Diego. So check out our reviews. We have full service, full staff inside to help schedule inspections, and we have a big staff so we can get to them right away, which is great, especially in the busy season. Sometimes it's hard to book an inspector, and we'd love to talk to you and help you out.
And where can people find you? What are your social media handles, like Facebook and Twitter if you use it, Instagram?
Sure. Well, our company name is the Real Estate Inspection Company, and our primary source of information, of course, is our website, which is sdinspect.com. But we are also on Facebook at the realestateinspection.com. The Real Estate Inspection Company, and also at Instagram at the same handle.
Okay. Perfect. So this has been very helpful. I'm glad we're starting the year off with something as important as home inspection, because it is one of the things that really it really sets the tone. Like you said, it's one of the most emotional parts of it, because you've gone through everything else. And working on the listing side, when I hear the buyers getting ready to do a home inspection, it's like almost my heart almost always drops, because I'm like, what are they going to come back with? You know, the homeowners, they're panicking, they're having their own belly aching going on. So I'm hoping this was a really good way for us to start. And thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. Please, you guys, share the video, like it, give us some love, let us know exactly what you want to hear. If Philippe said anything to you that maybe you had any more questions, you can reach out to him as well. He'd love to hear from you, and check him out, because they sound like they're a really good company. I'm going to check them out. Thank you.